Hi class, I wanted to give you some feedback on your essay number ones in general. And I also wanted to give you feedback about your essays. So prior to the page that has the essay, there's the essay requirements. So you need to, this is on your Canvas, and you need to read these very carefully. So in this particular essay, it says to review the article you discussed in Module 2.8, which was your research article. Review the sample argumentative paper on page 158 to 161 in your textbook. Okay, and then what you need is right here. And also, I have a video on how to follow MLA format properly. So if your paper is not turned in properly formatted in MLA style, you will lose points. If your paper does not meet the requirements of the essay, you will also lose points. And so the requirements are put in red for you. So first of all, the due date is on here on your paper at the end of the assignment, and then the module is open until the open date is there. So for your essays are usually opened 2 whole weeks. Once a module closes, you cannot turn in any papers or anything, and it is no longer late. It means that it's a 0 because it's not late anymore. So it's only late until the until date. And it's right here clearly defined for you. So the rubric for your papers are here. And so for this particular paper, you needed a Toolman method outline. Your paper must be 4 to 5 pages in length. You needed the everything's an argument with one of your articles, and you also needed that research article that you used for your discussion. So when you do not do these things, you lose points for your essay. Now, I do want you guys to look that there have been several, I'm going to go to the modules right here for you. There are several pages on how to write a Toolman method paper. So 2.10, 2.10a, 10b, 2.11, and 2.12. These 3 pages you need to read very carefully. So if you go on there, here is a video that I've created for you on the Toolman method and everything's an argument. And then here's another sample Toolman paper from Everything's an Argument. These are videos that I've created that you needed to watch. And then also there's a video on the Toolman method, and there's how to use the Toolman method in your writing. And then there is also the essay requirement. So you need to go into those video pages and read them very carefully. So if you go in your book, first of all, in Rules for Writers, there's a place here on how to write a selection from an anthology. So how to cite this on the Works Cited page. Many of you did not include this in your Works Cited page. So a selection from an anthology has the publisher, the author, the title, the anthology, the editor, the publisher, the year, and the pages. So you need to follow that. And the videos that I have for you that I've created in the modules explains this in details. Also, the Toolman method in Everything's an Argument. There's a sample here, and there's also it explains the Toolman method, and there's a sample outline. This is the sample outline that your the instructions for the essay asked you to write, and the page numbers are in the instructions for the page. It says that Everything's an Argument. So actually it's in the videos that you have. So right here, it's this the paper, the page number is right here in your textbook, but also the videos that I've provided in the module explain how to write a Toolman method paper. So if your paper doesn't follow the argument style, then your paper will lose points. So you need to look at these videos. Now, for the next paper that you're going to be writing, which is on how to, how does what you eat define who we are, you are also going to write another Toolman method paper. But this module will not repeat these instructions because it's assumed that you've already read and listened to these instructions. So if you look at the paper, how does what we eat define who we are? Okay, the requirements are asking you to also turn in a Toolman method paper, which includes the outline with it. It's all in the videos that you have. So the first two essays we're going to write in this class are going to be Toolman method papers. And then the next papers that we're going to write, essay 3 and essay 4, are going to be Rogerian method papers. So you're writing in two different methods in this semester and in this class. So it's really important that you follow the instructions, but it's also important that you look at all the instructional videos that I have for you, because those instructional videos take the place of coming to class and me actually standing up in front of the class and teaching you. And so you need to read the books very carefully, and you need to read the instructions very carefully. If you notice here, your next paper is due on October 15th, and the module will be open until October 17th. After that, the module closes and it will not be available for you to even upload any papers. So this was open for you on October 4th. So as you are going through the modules, you need to go through each page like I instructed at the beginning of the semester. You need to go into each page and you need to look at each page, and you need to discuss and look at the requirements and all the details. So this next paper that you're writing is also going to be in the Toolman method. If you haven't watched these videos, some of them I made myself, and some of them I got off of other instructional websites. Like this one is one that I actually created myself. This is an ad, so
you can probably already tell by looking at me that I'm a bad boy, you know.
So here's
hi class. I'm going to go over the Toolman method of argument.
So this is the video that I created for you, and I'm sorry about that ad in the beginning, but I created these ads. I am under the expectation that you are watching these videos and that you are listening and that you are applying the information you get from the videos within your papers, and that is an important part of this class. So I only teach the method for the first essay, and then the second essay you have to repeat it. So for essay number 2, you need to go through this Toolman method, especially if you didn't do so well for essay 1 for the Toolman method. And you have to follow the Toolman method as well as include the outline like it's in the book. So here you have a Toolman method outline with a claim, qualifier, good reasons, warrants, backing, evidence, authority, conditions of rebuttal, and response. I go into that, into the details of these in my video. So you need to follow those. You need to really read this chapter carefully. If you don't understand it, then make an appointment with the Writing Center, take your books with you, and have somebody sit and work with you to figure this out. But this is all in the readings for the chapters that you had to do earlier this semester. So you need to go back and revisit these chapters and to be successful in the class and to follow these guidelines for your essays. So please keep a note of that for essay number 2. please notice the due dates and get your work in on time. Thank you. Bye.